Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Product Placement Spotlight featuring Ebony Hustle 2. Today, we're going to be talking to Kalvin Kosher of Kosher Wines. Calvin's wine, Moscato wine, has been a big seller. Everybody's talking about it. And he's also featured in Ebony Hustle 2. So, we're going to bring him in, talk about the wine, talk about a few other things, successes, failures, things of that sort. So, let me bring in Calvin. Hello, sir. Welcome to Product Placement Spotlight.
Peace. Thank you for having me.
All right, so if people don't know about you, I mean, one of the biggest things outside of you being an artist and everything is one of the biggest things is your brand, Kosher Wines. So I want to talk a little bit about the origin of it. That's not really something people just get up one day and decide that they want to have a wine brand. So I would imagine there's a story behind it. So I want to hear kind of that story of the brand and why you decided to start it.
Most definitely. Okay. Sounds good. So, the origin of kosher wines is more simple than a lot of people might think, but it is purpose filled. Um, During the time of COVID, when businesses were trying to find ways to keep their business afloat and relevant, um, I became a brand ambassador for a crafting company called Signature Sips. And I'll tip my hat to Miss Hope, who leads that company, Dr. Hope. Dr. Hope Foster, I tip my hat to her. I was a brand ambassador. A friend of mine put me on to her team. It was just a way to make some quick dollars and also keep myself as an entertainer, as a brand ambassador, as a personality busy. It was fun. Well, later down the line, closer to the time, the month of my birthday, Miss Hope, she was like, It's your turn. You should do this." And I had always been into wine. Okay. I'd always been into wine. So I thought to myself, why not? And from there, after thinking about the influences that I've had from my grandmothers, my grandmother always had this bottle of Concord grape, sparkling grape juice in her dining room, and I always wanted to taste it because in my mind it was wine. And she always would
Mhm.
tell me, when you get older, I'll let you taste it. So I just kind of it was nostalgia for me to think about it. It's like, okay, yeah, I would love to start my own thing. It's a great investment to make, but I accepted the challenge, and we went from there to begin the crafting process, inspired by my favorite flavor, which is honey water. Um, and we made something great. And using my branding and marketing skills and the team that I was involved with during that time to promote the wine, to promote the brand, everybody took a great liking to it. And so from there, it's been going since, ever since then.
Okay. So I see you call it honey water. Is there a store behind that honey water thing?
Yeah, indeed. So a lot of people who know me, they know that one of the things that I love to drink is hot water and honey. A lot of people know me as a singer. So that has always been one of the things that I enjoy drinking. And some people look at me like, is that you putting like honey in water, like no flavor other than like, yes, that's it. And I've let a few people taste it and they go, oh wait, this is actually good. So during the time where I was trying to figure out, okay, what flavor do I want my wine to be? And I'm putting down all my thoughts and ideas of the different ingredients and things like that that I would like to incorporate for my brand. Um, it was a simple and easy question that I asked some people around me. If I were to name my own wine brand, what do you think it would be? And sure enough, everybody said honey water. It's gonna have some with honey and water, like exactly. And that's exactly what it was. So this is just inspired by my favorite uh, warm beverage to drink, which is hot water and honey. So
Okay. All
yeah.
right. It's an interesting story. So when you decided to do this and you start telling your friends and other people that you wanted to start your own wine, what kind of response did you get?
Well, I didn't tell anybody that I wanted to start one. They were seeing me on Instagram. At the time, it was the Stop Wine and Mojitos that Signature Sips was rolling out. And like I said, it was a way to just keep content rolling on my page. And I was a brand ambassador. So people would purchase the mojitos. It was a way for me to incorporate my skills as an actor where I would do voiceovers. And I might talk in a British accent like this to sell the bottle of mojito, whatever it was that I was doing. And I mean, people took a liking to that. Like they just thought it was so dope. So it made people want to buy. So I just became a part of the team. And Dr. Hope Foster, I mean, she grew to like me a lot. So from there, I just became an even bigger part of the team. And I took that opportunity to just start some of my own because I am an entrepreneurial spirit. So I didn't like consult with nobody. I didn't put it out there as an idea to do something. I was already doing things with at the times with the Doo-Wop agency, and we were rolling out. We were working with Jalea Davis and iconic her iconic studios, and we were working on the Houston 100 project. We were interviewing different businesses within the city of Houston, 100 of them. Okay, and I launched it as a silent launch when Dr. Hope Foster she was coming to be interviewed. She brought it as a gift to me because I didn't know when it would start, but she brought it, and from that moment on, the team that was around me, like we had a taste in there. Everybody tasted, and it was like, wait, whatever this is, it's incredible, and that's exactly how Honey Water started.
Okay. Okay. So in the process of you exploring the brand and exploring how you want to do the wine and everything, what type of obstacles that you encounter?
People want to have a hand in what you're doing is one of those obstacles because then everybody got ideas. Everybody want a piece of it. Everybody wants to put their hands on it in some form of fashion. But that small percentage of individuals who see a great thing and they're not ready or prepared to be the help that you need them to be, but they want a piece of it. That was a small challenge. So, and I mentioned that in the sense for all of the entrepreneurs who are and will be watching this, in a sense to say that your team matters 100%. You have to gatekeep, and whether it's family, friends, whoever, it doesn't matter. Like you have to protect your brand. It's incredible if everybody loves and supports you. But one of the toughest things is making sure that you don't let the wrong individuals in and have control over something that you want to protect. If you really believe in it, you have to protect your brand. So that was a challenge. Um, Aside from that, man, I can't name too many more challenges because what I was already doing was getting the brand to be seen. I leveraged my network and my relationships in order to make sure that the brand was being seen. And that's just something that I'm good at doing. And I'm grateful to the friends and family and individuals who have allowed my brand to be a part of their platform and those who have spent their hard earned time and money to support my brand. I'm grateful for them. Shout out to Jack TV, where a lot of people have seen my brand on a couple of the episodes with Jack TV all throughout the United States and even more. I've even landed some partners that way where folks are reaching out to me. And yeah, man, not too many challenges.
Okay.
Challenges. The real challenge is being patient. Gatekeeping to protect your brand and being patient and trusting the process, knowing that when you got something good, you got something solid, you trust the process, things will naturally fall into place if you're keeping your head on straight and
Mhm.
focused.
Yeah, that's a hard thing for some people with entrepreneurs and people who have ideas, even dreamers, of not being patient. They think a lot of things are just like automatic and things just kind of come out of nowhere. But people, you got to go through a process to really, especially in entertainment and even just any kind of venture, you have to really got to go through the process and in a way paying your dues, but also learning what you're doing and trying to learn the process of what you're doing. I always tell people life is a lot about when it comes to ideas. Like on Monday, 10 people got the same idea. By Tuesday, half of them to change their mind. By Wednesday, it's probably about three left. Thursday, it's the last two, and who gonna endure to the end? And a
That's
lot of times, enduring to the end has nothing to do with how talented you are. It's just endurance. And
right.
people don't endure. We live in a microwave instant society where people don't want to do that. So you know how it is. Because I'm sure there's some points of time when you were doing this and you just like, I'm not doing. I don't want to do this, But you got to keep. You have to keep focused, and you gotta keep, enduring and kind of get through that. So when you start off with the one flavor, I noticed you got a couple of other kinds. So what was like? I think it's the 24 karat.
That's
Like
the kind.
what is your vision as far as product line?
Okay. So a lot of people ask, you got other flavors? When you coming out with this, when you coming out with that? And I have imagined rolling out new flavors. However, again, back to that patience part that I've had to really hone in on for myself and the vision that I have. I made sure that I have been making sure that this luxury quality, okay, different brand that I have, this honey water Moscato, is unlike anything anybody has tasted. And that's okay. I don't have to diversify yet. It's not time to diversify. When I rolled out honey water, it was such a hit within this small niche, right? Of people learning about it and wanting to learn more about it, wanting to get involved, wanting to taste it. What? That's what? That sounds good. Let me taste that. So for me, um, I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna have me a premium value offer. If you don't know what a premium value offer is, for those watching, go to YouTube and type in Myron Golden, and you might even type in premium value offer, and some respective videos will come up. But I watched Dr. Myron Golden because he teaches business and sales principles to teach you how to get rich, but even more so, just teaching you how to provide value for the people that you are selling to, and in turn, providing value for yourself and your company. So when I thought about it and I looked around and I said, you know what? Even though there are other wine brands out here that would be competitors, um, how can I have a premium value offer? And there was some brands that had, little sparkles in it or whatever, little glitter and glimmer or what have you. That's good. But for me, I'm about quality. So luxury is a part of the kosher brand. So I said, no, I'm going to have real 24 karat gold in my wine, because I don't know another wine brand or another Moscato for sure that is doing it. If it is out there somewhere in the world, great. I haven't heard of it, but I know about Goldschlager, which is a cinnamon schnapps. It's a liquor that I grew a liking to because of the appeal of the bottle. So for me, I wanted to make sure that my premium value offer was something different and something that can be leveraged, and that I can expand, that I can grow with, that I can push further into the luxury side of my business. I tested it; it works, um, and there's so much that I can do with it. So honey water is the flavor that I'm sticking with right now. And when it's time to diversify and add more to the palate, we will.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. A lot of times about adding value, that luxury value, you're
Mhm.
adding value to something. Sometimes people are so concerned with quality and not quantity.
Mhm.
And I tell people all the time, I say it's important that when you do something, that you try to get the most value out of it, because it's 24 hours in a day and there's millions of other people who have winery thing. What can you give to somebody that's going to make them stop, buy
Yeah.
your brand, pay attention to your brand, and have an opinion about it? It's hard to do that. So when they do interact with your brand, they need to be able to say, you know what, I did get some value out of it. This is something a little different. I did take a chance, but it was something different. And a lot of times people don't do that. They're so concerned with just putting a whole bunch of stuff out there and not really worried about what can I bring value to this. Because I'm pretty sure, as you know, there's millions probably of Moscatos, but the
Mhm.
uniqueness of your brand, the uniqueness of what you bring to it as an individual and as a brand, it's
Mhm.
something that cannot be duplicated.
Yes, sir. Indeed. And that's very important for me as a branding professional, as a creative. Okay, that's very important because I often say to people when they ask me about my brand, right? My Moscato, I sell my Moscato on my website, $30 a bottle. Okay. Now, your average Moscato doesn't cost $30 a bottle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is 15% ABV. So for those who like drinking wine and those who like drinking alcohol, period, you know that if Stella Rosa is most people's favorite, most I'll say most women, for example, Stella Rosa is a top name in the wine space. Your average Moscato anywhere between 6 and 8% ABV. Now, a lot of people got to drink the whole bottle in order to get a buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you drink kosher wines, okay, crafted by Signature Sips, you're gonna get 15% ABV. That's an upsell. On top of the fact that it's black owned, right? So you got to know where you putting your brand and who's going to value the fact that it's black owned. That was another thing for me. Um, the wine is very good. I don't have to oversell that because most people want to try it just by the way that it sounds. Honey water.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that ever too often. So once they try it, they're hooked on their own. You know what I'm saying? And then word of mouth from other people is big. When you are a small company and you don't have the funding yet, or you have not um, put into motion the marketing dollars, the marketing and promotion dollars that you have in order to get the brand further out on platforms, because it does take money and it takes real strategy to roll things out. So being patient with that, understanding, recognizing and understanding what you have is very important in that regard, because once you recognize and understand that, then you won't be worried about like quantity, like how many things can I put out with this. You'll want to take your time and you'll want to learn, be strategic about like what licenses, what certifications do I need, what type of team do I need. And if you ain't got your team together, don't rush the process, trust the process, meet who you need to meet. People will come to you. Vet people, vet their business, vet what they're doing, and figure out where's the synergy. How can we make this work? What relationships do you have that will benefit what's going on here? All of those things matter, um, in my honest opinion, based off of what I have learned. All of those things matter when it comes to promoting a brand, especially one that you own. So that's the stages Honeywater has been in, and it's just going to continue to go.
That is important. They're picking the right partners. I have been in film and entertainment for 30 years, and that is probably one of the biggest things. Picking the right partners, because it's almost kind of like you in a marriage. And there are some good marriage or relationships I've been in, and there have been some bad ones. And every single time I get through one of those situations, I learn what to do and what not to do. I try to learn that lesson so I won't repeat it. I try not to repeat the same thing and try to build on that, but really partner. So I see that you are a person who is a man about the city. So you out there, I don't want to make it seem like that, but you go out. You had this one partnership, I think it's called Z Date Ideas,
Yes.
where they do sales. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Shout out and much love to Zed's Date Ideas. Zed's Date Ideas is a trending brand right now, curating events for targeting people who are singles and people who want to get outside and attend great R&B and jazz events. Um, Zed, who runs that, is a good friend of mine, my fraternity brother from Prairie View A&M University. Um, we're members of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. For all of those who may see this and want to feel proud about that, I have to be proud about.
Yeah, I knew at some point you was gonna say that.
I gotta show love to the greatest fraternity on the planet. But Zed is an incredible person, man. He's very intelligent. He's very likable. He's very personable, and we relate in a lot of ways. But easily, that was a phone call. He was a phone call away, based on what he was trying to do, based on what I'm doing. There was automatic synergy there, to where our relationship in this business would benefit the both of us. And it has been a joy. Zed's Date Ideas right now is active at the Society. Okay. If you've heard of the Society, it's a restaurant and bar, downtown, midtown, Houston area. And we just had an incredible event this past Wednesday. So if you're following that, stay tuned. People are loving the Moscato, and people are still discovering the Moscato. Men and women love it. And Says that ideas is going to keep growing. Yeah.
Okay, very good. It's the summertime, so this is part of the time where people really gonna be out there requesting it. They should go to their bars, wherever they vocal law, and request it. Even if they don't have it, if they request it enough, they'll come looking for it and be come knocking on your door to come get it.
That's right.
Also, too, you had another post feature about the George's Manor.
The George Manor. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. So the George Manor, for those who are not familiar, if you're in the Galveston area, the George Manor is a historic site. It is a bed and breakfast. Um, we shot um, we shot a film there, and we still waiting on that film to drop. London Town, right? Um,
December the 10th. If everybody want to know, it's coming out December the 10th. I have not said anything. This is the first time you have to say something. It's coming out December the 10th, but the trailer and stuff will be coming soon.
Most definitely. Um, Shot that film there for all those who are watching at one of the locations, which is the George Manor. And quite easily, the wine brand is a part of the film. Um, this film is a great film. It stars Adina Howard, and we're excited to see it come. Um, yeah, just made the relationships that I need to make. And the owner there, he loved it and was like, we're going to add it to the menu. Tasted it, got it on film. Everybody enjoyed it. And that easily was like, we got to have it here. So that was the first establishment that I got the wine in, out there in Galveston, Texas. So, and I went back to see, and I mean, people drink that stuff up, man. So, yeah.
All right, very good. All right, well, since you didn't brought it up, and I'm sure you want to say a little bit about it, when I look at some of your stuff, I see a lot of your connection associations with your fraternity brothers. They're like with Billy Sorrell and a couple other people. Going to select. I'm sure you want to say something about that briefly, but go ahead and put it out there.
Well, my fraternity brothers, Kappa men are incredible men. Yo to the Noops. I love working with my fraternity brothers. And look, if you can leverage your relationships to be successful, then do it. Whether it's in music, my wine brand now, or even just popping into the city and you need to connect. Like it's highly important. So shout out to Billy Sorrells. Shout out to all my other frat brothers who I have done work with, been on stages with, been in films with. Man, we everywhere. And my frat brothers do support my wine brand. So yeah, yo to the news.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now, people who know you, they do know that you are an artist and a singer. That you got songs that they can get. So let's talk a little bit about that. About you being a singer. I know you started really young, being a singer, into where you are now.
Indeed, I've been performing since I was since before elementary school. And of course I grew up in church. The women in my family, on my mom's side of the family, have always been the singers. Even one on my dad's side, uh, rest in power on Joyce. She was a singer as well. But the women are where I get my voice from. And I've been singing and performing all my life, man. So I do have music available on the streaming platforms that you can go and listen to. My most recent album is Pressure. And if you watch Ebony Hustle 2, you'll hear me singing on there, as you will on other films. So we got films out um, where my music has been a part of. So yeah, I mean, I can go on and on about performance, music and performance for me, but it's always been a
Mhm.
joy. And I've been performing all my life.
Okay. So one of the things to just a part of places spotlight, I want to talk a little bit about your brand as far as one of the things that we do. Um, when I first started using product placement in films, I traditionally would go to agencies and they would find people to put placement in there and tell me who could do it, pretty much who could play the fee. But I decided a couple of years ago, somewhere around during the pandemic, that I wanted to be more intentional, and so I tried to seek out brands, products, and services that were owned by people of color. I wanted to focus on that because I knew there was a really good brands. They had decent social media. They just needed that extra push to kind of bring the brand to life because they didn't. I knew they couldn't pay the big fees, but I was intentional in trying to find these brands. And so I probably work with over 100 brands. From food to clothes to shoes, a variety of different things, to where I try to give them that. In your particular case, your wine. There are a couple of wine brands I work with, but I thought yours unique because you were an entrepreneur. You came up with this idea and you were really behind it, and I thought that it fit with the character and what we were doing in this particular things. I'm a and one of the things that I do is when I do product placement, I try not to just make it about us just getting things from the company. I try to make it about them pushing their brand out too. And so what we do is we do like this giveaway campaign. So we'll find a clip in a movie. We ask a question about the movie, and then have people, uh, one, go look at the movie so they can answer the question, and two, follow. In your case, Kosha Wines, and then London Town Pictures, for social media. But I wanted to make it more just about not just getting the stuff, but also trying to bring your brand and wellness. Before I show the giveaway ad, because it's going to come out soon as we finish this, I'm going to show the trailer for Ebony Hustle 2, just in case people have not seen it.
Let's watch it.
Ebony, please, I need you to come and get me. Within that time, I take out my teeth. That's on my mama.
Let me pop the shot.
These pills? To up, get you stuck.
Okay.
Welcome to the 2023 Global Mixed Gender Basketball Combine.
This year's GMGB Combine could go down as one of the most exciting in league history.
It's been quite some time since a highly anticipated player such as Matt Pendleton entered the Combine.
Let's go, baby. Good job, baby.
I don't think he should be taking those pills. It's messing him up.
I told you about what? Pills. I need you to stay out of my business and out of Mac's life.
What?
You'll be the first to know.
New case? Girl, maybe if she don't work my nerves before the sun comes up again. This crazy ass girl with 3 kids want me to help her find her baby daddy and serve him with some papers for a maternity test. But apparently,
Since when you serve papers and shit?
Lady, why do you keep coming after me? What do you want?
So she got money to give you, but got her hand down with me all the time. See, that's that bullshit.
Goddamn Howard! What are you doing here?
Deborah, I mean, we were once friends, right?
Operative word is word.
You better case it.
Okay, that was a trailer to Ebony Hustle 2, available on Tubi, Amazon Sling TV, Hoopla, and Apple TV. One of the things before we go, like I said before, we do this giveaway thing. So I'm going to show the giveaway ad that we're going to post on social media after this. It shows a clip of the wine in the movie, and it's a question. So let's play that.
And if I say my glass is dirty, then damn it, it's dirty.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yes, sir. I'll get fresh glasses for you.
This is fine. What the hell? That was so unnecessary.
You know what's unnecessary? Me spending my time and my money on somebody who don't give a damn about me. Just what I have.
What the hell does that mean? What do you have that I don't have or can't get for myself?
Yeah. I see what's going on here. All you women are users. You think because you got a pretty face and that fat ass that you can just get over on me, huh? Like how you getting over me for this free dinner tonight.
Wow. Wow. I don't know what type of dope or shit that you own, but this ain't it. See, I don't need to use anybody for anything because I make my own rules and I make my own money. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is, what did Ebony throw at Mac after she had a drink of kosher wines? Don't answer it if you know the question. Don't post it on social media. I have to say that repeatedly. People who've already saw the movie like, they're going for the answer. Don't do that. Go look at the movie. Follow both of the campaign, Kosher Wines and London Town Pictures. And for an extra entry, go to ebonyhustle.com and click on the giveaway to answer the question for another entry. But the question is, what did Ebony throw at Mac after taking a drink of kosher wines?
Most definitely.
Okay.
So I felt them on that scene. Can't be drinking no, man, listen, if the glass dirty, let me tell you something about this brand. Don't bring me no dirty glass when it's time to sip kosher wines.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes.
We good. We good.
All right. So tell people how they can find you to purchase the wine, how to find you on social media.
social media at Kosha Wines, Kosha Wines, KoshaWines.com. Pretty simple. Get there and enjoy.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm looking forward to you. Now we can talk about false prophets because we didn't say that you got a couple of songs on the soundtrack and you're actually in the movie too. But when they come out in December, they'll be able to see that. But I thank you so much for your partnership. I'm always humble when people want to partner with me because nobody has to. So I'm always grateful when people say yes. And as always, everybody else, stay focused and determined. And I'll see you all again for another Product Placement Spotlight with Ebony Hustle 2.
Much love. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.